Here to discuss is former NASA astronaut and former commander there. Actually, we're going to go first to Olympia LaPointe. She's a rocket scientist. She is incredible and so great to have you back. You are also the authors of Answers Unleashed for Olympia LaPointe. So starting with you here, this is an incredible discovery, Olympia. We know sugar molecules are essential for life, fueling cells and forming parts of our DNA and RNA. So what do you make of this sweet discovery?
Well, this discovery is monumental when it comes to research and science. When this erythrulose, this new type of sugar, was found in the center of our Milky Way, it shed light on three monumental ideas of life and life forms from this sugar discovery. The first major concept that was found is that this is the first time a sugar with 4 carbon molecules is found in space. The basic of sugar is 3 molecules, so 4 molecules of this erythrose shares that this sugar is found on grainy, icy parts of grains of ice and dust particles that's in the center of our universe. And the second part of how amazing this discovery is that we know that sugar is the foundation of DNA and RNA. Now, this sugar found in the middle of our Milky Way indicates that the building blocks of life can happen and exist in deep space. And that brings us to the third monumental discovery, is that previously, before, scientists thought that the only way that sugar came to Earth was through meteors and through comets that deposited the sugar to Earth. But now, through this discovery, we're seeing that this basic building block of life more than likely was transported from this center. And to give you an idea, this was around 26 light years away, which is 470 million years if you were to get there. This traveled, and it more than likely was planted as the seeds that formed the Earth and life as we know it. So this is huge, and this is a huge discovery for scientists across the world.
I still have to wrap my head around 26,000 light years away, so I'm still figuring that out. All right, it's the Milky Way, of course, that was sugar.
Yeah.
Joining us now, also former commander of the International Space Station, Leroy Chiao. Great to see you. He's also the author of Dinner with an Astronaut. All right, Leroy, on Thursday, the world's largest rocket, SpaceX's Starship, was just moments from liftoff when its onboard computers detected a problem during engine ignition and automatically aborted. Starship is the rocket NASA plans to use to land astronauts on the moon during the Artemis missions. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says the bad engines will be swapped out and another launch could come as soon as this week. So what's your reaction to this? Normal?
Yeah, this is normal. I mean, we've had launch aborts before. I mean, certainly during the shuttle program, you saw a lot of launch aborts. I've been through a few of those myself. But this is okay. The system worked. The system shut down. They're going to fix or replace the bad engines and give it another shot. And this is the 13th flight test, or will be the 13th flight test of Starship, the most audacious rocket ever built and launched. Last mission was very successful, had a few anomalies with engine relights. Hopefully that will go well this time. But you're right, one of the human landing system landers being developed is by SpaceX based on Starship technology. The other one, of course, being Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin. Hopefully Artemis 3 will test both of these landers in orbit around the Earth, very much like the lunar module was tested on Apollo 9 before heading off to the moon, and a lunar test on 10 and then a landing on 11. So exciting stuff. The Starship, I'm looking forward to getting down there one day and seeing the launch myself.
Olympia, real quick, Elon Musk also said recently that SpaceX's long-term objective is to create a full-blown, self-sustaining city on the moon before eventually expanding to a permanent city on Mars. Quick reaction, how close are we from a city on the moon becoming a reality?
Oh, we have several years before a city on the moon becomes reality because we have to build the right equipment for the type of gravitational field that the moon has. And it takes the great teamwork of scientists from across the world to figure out the right materials, the right propulsion, the right air filtration systems, as well as liquid filtration systems in order to get there. So we have a lot of work in front of us. It is several years coming up, and the ability to be able to get to the moon and understand the elements that are on the moon is critical for every single nation. And I'm happy to report that scientists are doing a great job in doing it.
Leroy, you ready to head back up and potentially looking at the housing market on the moon and Mars in the future?
It's a good market.
Oh, I would love to go to the moon. I was inspired by the Apollo 11 moon landing as an 8-year-old kid. And of course, there was no moon program when I was active at NASA, but I would jump at the opportunity to go back.
Leroy Chow, Olympia LaPointe, thank you both for joining us.